It started with a video that was absolutely impossible to forget. The clip showed a tiny, fragile puppy in desperate need of help. She was lying on the cold metal grate of a kennel, thrashing her body around uncontrollably. There was no soft bed for her, no blanket to keep her warm, and no comfort at all. Seeing a baby animal in that much distress broke the rescuer's heart instantly. They knew they had to help her, but when they called that first night, the owners refused to surrender her. It was devastating. The rescuer couldn't sleep at all. They lay awake all night, picturing that tiny puppy thrashing in pain on the hard metal, all alone in the dark. They prayed that the owners would change their minds. Thankfully, the next day, the call finally came. "Can you take her?" A mix of relief and anger washed over the rescuer, relief that she was safe, but anger that she had waited so long. When she arrived at the hospital, the medical team rushed to help her. The tests showed she was in very bad shape. Her blood sugar was dangerously low, she was dehydrated, and it looked like she had hydrocephalus, which is fluid pressure on the brain. They started medications immediately to stabilize her. Midway through that first night, a small miracle happened. She began drinking from a bottle. She drank with such eagerness, like she had been starving her whole life. Her breeder had been syringe feeding her, but she clearly wanted to feed herself. She couldn't stand up, and her balance was completely off, but she was alert. She wanted to move, and she was fighting to live. The rescuer knew she needed help to stay upright. It was heartbreaking to think of her first few weeks of life, just thrashing around with no soft touch. In her new foster home, they gave her hours of gentle bracing. They would hold her steady with their hands so she could finally feel calm and safe. It was probably the first time she wasn't spinning out of control. They named her Tippy, the perfect name, for her wobbly, adorable little self. Everyone who met her loved her instantly. Even though she had serious medical issues, the medications were working wonders. She was eating like crazy, playing like a normal puppy, and waking up happy every morning. But then, out of nowhere, things got scary. Tippy began screaming whenever she moved her neck. The pain was unbearable for her. She had to be hospitalized on a pain drip, and she even started having small seizures. They ran a CT scan which confirmed the fluid pressure and a cyst in her brain. To help her, the doctors tapped fluid from her head to relieve the pressure. She improved almost immediately, but they knew it was only a temporary fix. To some people, doing all of this is too much for one dog, but to her rescuers, she is worth everything. A friend named Devon even built her a custom pink cart so she could stand up proudly. The fluid built up again quickly, so they rushed her back to the hospital. They had to order a special custom shunt because she was so small. She stayed in the hospital until surgery, but she kept wagging her tail the whole time. Finally, Tippy went in for surgery. She came through it and is now stable. She has 2 incisions, but the shunt is working. She is moving in the right direction. The road ahead will still be hard, but she has made it through the worst. The rescuer can see it in their mind. Tippy back in her pink cart, ears up, ready to live her best life. She is worth every sleepless night and every bill. She didn't ask to be born this way, yet she greets each day with joy. Tippy is proof that love can change a life. If Tippy's fighting spirit touched your heart, please give this video a like.